is your host Marlene Craig again, accelerating your Saturday noontime. Of course, since we're going to revolutionize today and accelerate our Metro Manila earthquake preparedness of this anticipated. Will it come? Will it come? Are we ready, Philippines? Or are we ready, Metro Manila, for this earthquake to come? So stay tuned because we have a very interesting topic today. How to be prepared personally and also as a whole community or as a whole Metro Manila in anticipating if ever we're going to have an earthquake.
Morning, Philippines. It's very nice to see you again with the lovely Marlene Craig, and of course, my lovely friend from way back when, Miss Olive Malaya. You know, I have met her when I was still in the PR industry, and she was in the media. So we welcome you here. Welcome to the Philippines. Welcome back.
Yes, Miss Olivia Malaya.
And to welcome to all the Philippines, Oliver. You know, Oliver just graduated as summa cum laude.
Okay, Oliver, come over here. Sit down there while Danny.
Well, we are waiting for Danny. Yes,
is
Danny
on the way.
Reyes Del Sol is on his way. I'm sure he's listening right now, and I'm sure he's rushing.
All right.
Wow,
Are we really?
It is a very timely topic.
Yes. So I went to watch yesterday the St. Andreas Fault movie.
Oh,
It's called San Andreas.
Is that the one with the rock?
Yes, with the rock.
Yes.
And I must say, everybody was tongue-tied. And I watched the 3D, and I screamed several times. For you guys, just to have a feel how it is to be in an earthquake. But of course, they had 9.5 there.
Wow.
Intensity. So
Wow.
hope you're not going to have that because nobody will survive that 9.5 intensity.
No, I don't think so, because I think it was just done for movie purposes.
But the thing is, of course, nobody knows when it hits.
Yours,
Even there, the seismologists or the ones that are studying the movements of the tectonic plates of USA, they didn't know that in Las Vegas, that's where it started in the movie, that Las Vegas had a fault connected to the San Andreas Fault. Oh wow, so since we have a West Valley Fault that's already been mapped out where they are, and I think Metro Manila knows already where they are, so go watch it. You know, I had to bring the whole family for them to have a feel, how to be prepared. And I heard, I don't know if it's how true this is, that they said, I heard it on the radio that maybe they're going to do a simulation of 5-hour, no electricity, total darkness, what Filipinos will do. But
yes,
I think that
a dry run.
a dry run, right? But I don't know yet when we're gonna do it.
Wow.
So, my question is, bayanihan. So I heard you did a lot of help for Yolanda. Can you?
Yes.
How did you do that?
Out of the kind of the heart of the Filipinos there in America, we have this one case. Her name is Namishani. She had cancer, and she's really bedridden with cancer.
And in dire need for financial
Yes, she has no husband, no money,
Oh,
no
wow.
insurance. So
But she's a member of that bayanihan.
there's no bayanihan at the time yet. So what we did is some people called me and talked to me, and I said, okay, we're going to do a fundraising.
So just like a
the
fundraising
start.
contribution to anything
Yes, so
amount
we did
of
a
money you
part.
want.
No, we did a party.
And you did it.
Yep, we did it. We're able to
Raise how much?
raise money, like $3,000.
Okay.
We're able to. During the planning stage, she was still alive. During the event, she died 2 days before. Before the event. So what we did, I was able to handle everything from a friend of mine, Chai, a DJ. She handled the food and the DJ. So we invited on Facebook.
Yes.
Facebook. So a lot of people came. More than 100 people came in a very small, crowded hotel.
And that's how
We
bayanihan
did it.
was born.
And then, so I was able to raise money to, to cremate her body, send her ashes to the Philippines, and then a mass was offered for her. And then after that, we're able to send the remaining money, $500, to her son in the Philippines.
Oh, that's good. So
And
that's
then-
how.
That's how bayanihan started.
We had an awareness.
Correct.
And the Filipinos there had awareness, like in case you have nothing.
That's how bayanihan
This is
started.
where bayanihan should be done.
Yeah. So
The
after
uniting
2 months later, so people call me, we need to put up an organization so that
That's good.
during the time of need, it's not hard to raise money. So we
That's
started
great.
an organization, 10 of us, and then we're able to create Bayanihan Association.
So how many are you now?
More than hundreds.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, probably.
And that's in Massachusetts only?
Yes.
Oh, you should
Western
make
Mass.
call it nationwide.
And then during the typhoon, there's a lot of typhoons aside from Yolanda.
Yes,
We
so how
call
did
it
you
Haiyan.
come to know about Yolanda?
Thursday night of November 7, 8, that was November 8 or 9,
Yes.
right? So the night of November, I was watching
The
online.
news.
I was online, I was on Facebook, and then Channel 22 sent a message. They were interviewing us at 10 o'clock in the evening. Media were in my house trying to, communicate with me, trying to interview me. So they
What
came.
the Filipino Americans?
No, it's the American
can-
media. They came to my house
Oh,
till
American
midnight.
media.
Yep. They interviewed me. So we were talking and discussing about everything. So I was in the
How we
news
could
the
help,
following-
or
Yeah.
how you could
And
help.
then so the following day we have some money. In 3 days we're able to send $1,000 to the ABS-CBN Foundation just for a start.
Yeah.
And after
Did
that,
you get a receipt of that?
yeah, we're hoping that I know we sent it to Zoom and it's the ABS-CBN. We sent $1,000 right away, just to be able to help. And after that, end of November, we did a big fundraising. What we did during that time is we picked the Filipinos who are directly affected by Haiyan or Yolanda. We call it Haiyan in the United States. So
Haiyan,
we picked like
international.
15 people who are directly affected. We gave them the money. So we
Okay.
raised a lot of money. A lot of people came. Like
So you
It's a
gave
big
the
one.
first 1,000, then followed by
after that,
other
more than-
contributions
Yes.
and help.
and we picked
All
the
monetary.
Filipinos. All monetary. No, not only monetary. Aside from that, we sent
Send
like
goods?
20 boxes or
Yeah. Of what
Like-
kind of goods?
everything.
Food.
Clothing,
Uh,
anything that can be used.
Yeah, anything that can
So
be
20
basically used.
bags.
Yeah. To Yolanda,
Yes.
care of ABS-CBN.
No, not ABS-CBN anyways. Like one of the what's the name of the
Organization.
yeah, that they will send the goods free. I
Oh.
forgot the name of that.
Okay. But again, I went to watch the movie Tomorrowland. You know,
You
one of
did,
the
yeah.
actors said, the Earth, because they come from another world, right? He said, the Earth, the people there knows already that they're destroying their world, and they are already suffering from from all the inventions and destruction they're trying to do into their world, and yet they don't focus on improving it or
Yeah.
stopping it.
We have embraced it.
You know, I was just thinking. I don't know whether I'm thinking aloud now. I was pondering. You know, after I watched that movie Tomorrowland, I said, like Philippines, we are known to be agricultural lands.
Yeah.
Why can't we just stop a little bit of the industrialization? Like, why don't we just concentrate on going back to farming and make the world at peace again, or make sure that we plant again and then make it safe.
Improve the lives of the Filipinos.
Yes,
That's
and
what we
improve
need.
the air, for example, and lesser air conditioning maybe, and maybe more discipline to ourselves now.
Yes, and learn to compost. You know, learn to compost your garbage. You know, I have been a witness. If every household will just learn how to compost their kitchen
compost,
waste,
yeah.
yes, you're going to
But
decrease.
you know what? That's even way up.
Yeah.
Even my household sometimes they still mix the plastic, the non-biodegradable, and the
Biodegradable.
degradable, and I'm always saying, do it, because then I start telling them, you are just giving a help to the basureros that instead of putting their hands to all the different things.
I think it should be discipline.
Yes, right?
Once in the
In
United
America,
States,
it's very disciplined.
Oh, yeah.
Are you supposed to segregate
Oh,
your
yes.
garbage when
we have 2 garbage
Okay, the biodegradable
Yeah,
and the
one for
non-biodegradable.
trash and one for the
Yeah, you know, that's one little thing we can do to help our environment. You know, I tried doing that. The kitchen waste after you cook, you know, the banana peeling, the onion peeling, the tomatoes, the excess, you just put it in soil and just mix it.
Yeah, we'll do talking more extensively on biodegradable, but I think the former Undersecretary is on the line. It's going to be on the phone patch to help us. So join us in our discussion with regarding to our topic, which is Metro Manila. How prepared are we for that big O, big earthquake? Are we ready?
It's
Now,
scary, huh?
we cannot, we don't have, as a person, we don't have a great influence on how to dictate how the community should be prepared, but we can start with ourselves.
Yes.
So I made some notes here, actually, wherein many people on Google are telling how to be prepared, even as a family,
Correct.
and even as yourself.
Correct.
Because there, it might come when your daughter or your sons or your children are in this school, and you might be in your office, and your husband may be another office, and it's only your household helpers who are in your home. So before we have the former secretary, undersecretary of DOTC, Department of Transportation Communication, Honorable Art Valdez online. First, I would like to name a few if we can have done this as a family. So, make an earthquake emergency plan for all members of your family. Of course, when you have done that, then of course it's your village, then it's your community who should make an earthquake emergency plan. So, and then, of course, as an emergency procedure for the family, maybe we can pick some safe place of refuge. I was looking last night, which corner of my house was the safest?
Yeah.
So there were 3 corners, but it was full of books or things that might hit my head. So I told my mates now, so okay, remove all the heavy books or the things that will hit our head when we go to that corner. So make sure that you have already planned if it will happen to be in the home. All right? So, and also, just a sec, sir. Okay, so it says also make sure that every family member has the name of phone number or email address of an out-of-area contact memorized,
Correct.
especially the smaller children. You know, I used to, when I was trying to be prepared at one point when they say year 2000, the whole thing will disappear. My daughter then was so young, so I always bring in her bag, her number, my number, and where the people who would pick her up, where they should bring her.
That's a great idea.
Correct. All right, so before we go for a commercial, make a list of all emergency supply items you need for 1 week of sitting it out should utilities go down and roads become unusable. All right, so practice using battery-operated equipments and know some of the basics of staying safe during an earthquake and rehearse the actions to take when quake hits. Those are good points. You see, most of the preparedness, individual preparedness, family preparedness, community preparedness, I'm sure we all have the experts to do that. But we'll discuss again. Because if you're also not prepared, again, our reaction will still be bad if we're not prepared. Okay, Philippines, so we go for commercial break. Don't go away.